Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He isn't the kind who talks big or makes grand promises about his career. He'd rather keep his head down and do his job well. You'll find that he puts in hard work and shows up every day. But he might not go out of his way to grab big opportunities or push for major promotions. He might rise slowly through steady effort, but he is unlikely to shoot up the ladder or stand out to bosses.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is likely to struggle rather than bounce back quickly. Instead of tackling problems head on, he may pull away, avoid the issue, or even give up for a while. He feels the stress deeply and sometimes reacts by blaming himself or showing visible signs of anger or sadness.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's not the type to pick fights or make enemies at work, but he also might not have a lot of deep friendships there. He can be warm and friendly, so people may enjoy chatting with him, but sometimes his blunt words or sudden mood swings can put others off. People may find him a bit unpredictable, noticing he's cheerful one day but upset or distant the next.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he's likely to be genuinely happy for you and not feel threatened by your success. He doesn't place his own value on being at the top, so seeing you shine won't bruise his ego. Instead of turning it into a competition or pulling you down, he'll probably cheer you on with warmth and enthusiasm.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he may not secretly resent you, but he could quietly feel unsure about himself from time to time. He isn't the type to argue or complain about money or compete with you. He will probably avoid any talk that makes him feel small. His support will come softly, not with loud words, and he might even joke about it to cover up his doubts.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's not the best at keeping track of money, and planning ahead isn't his strong point. While he works hard to earn his income, he may spend on things that make him or his loved ones happy, sometimes without much thought for savings or bigger plans. If things get tight, he might feel stressed and pull back, but not always take action to fix the problem.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's not someone who tries to show off or pretend he has more than he really does. He mostly lives within his means and doesn't care much about fancy things or putting on a show for others. He's not chasing status or acting richer to fit in. So you don't have to worry about hidden debts or big lies.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is open handed and kind, often eager to make others feel happy and cared for. Generosity comes naturally to him, so you'll notice he doesn't hold back when it comes to helping out friends, family, or even strangers in need. His mindset is gentle and understanding, more focused on people than on keeping strict limits.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more open than secretive when it comes to money, and he doesn't try to control your choices or hide things from you. If you ask him about his spending or savings, he is likely to tell you the truth, even if he isn't very organized about it. Instead, he's casual with finances and may not always make the best choices. So, being gentle yet clear with him really helps.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He doesn't hold strong ideas about housework being only your job. Instead, he's usually happy to help when asked. He isn't very organized, so he might not notice chores piling up or jump in on his own without a nudge. He values a happy home and positive mood more than keeping strict rules about who does what.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is willing to actually pitch in with chores and diapers, not just stand around and watch you work. He might not always notice what needs to be done or remember every step, but if you ask clearly, he'll lend a hand with a cheerful spirit. Sometimes you might need to remind him about certain tasks, but he's more than willing to try.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's not the type to argue just to prove he's right. Instead, if there's a disagreement, he tends to listen and tries to understand where you're coming from, even if he feels hurt or confused. Sometimes he may go silent or take some time to process things, especially if emotions are running high.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can lose control and say hurtful things, especially if he feels stressed or misunderstood. His moods can swing quickly and he may become loud or short tempered, sometimes making harsh remarks without thinking about how it affects you. It's important to stay calm and give him space to cool down if things get heated.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he is the kind of man who gets angry quickly and his mood can change in an instant, sometimes over small things. This isn't something to ignore. Quick, unpredictable anger can make home life stressful and leave you feeling on edge. It's important to take this seriously, not just hope he'll change after marriage.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can find it hard to say sorry and truly take responsibility, especially when emotions are high. If something goes wrong, he might first blame you or the situation, or just go quiet instead of owning up to his part. If you gently explain how you feel, he might come around and slowly accept his part. But you may have to be patient.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He wants to make you happy and cares about your feelings, but he may sometimes miss or misunderstand clear boundaries, especially if they're not said firmly. He isn't pushy by nature, but because he struggles with hints and reading the room, you might have to be very direct about what you're comfortable with. His focus is on keeping the peace, not forcing his way, but sometimes things slip by if they're not spelled out.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He can be sensitive and might start to wonder if something is wrong with him, even if you just need space or are tired. Gentle, honest reassurance helps. Let him know it's not about him, just about how you feel at the moment.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He values closeness and would not use your secrets or intimacy to hurt or embarrass you later on. If you ever feel unsure, remind him gently about trust. He will listen because he doesn't want to lose the closeness you share.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He values warmth, loyalty, and the safety that comes from being close to someone he cares about. He prefers steady relationships and is more interested in real connection than excitement from outside.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not usually overpossessive, jealous, or controlling. He cares about your happiness and values peace. So he's unlikely to watch your every move or question your friendships. He doesn't enjoy drama or emotional battles, and he won't create scenes out of suspicion or possessiveness.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature isn't a hidden sign of a controlling personality. He's caring and wants the people he loves to feel safe and happy, but he doesn't use protection as an excuse to make all the rules or run your life. He isn't the type to check up on you, set curfews, or try to control who you meet and what you do.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as something you both should do together, not just your job. Although he may not always notice what needs to be done or take the lead, he is happy to help and be part of the team if you ask him. He won't push all the responsibility onto you or act like it's a woman's role. He wants a friendly and equal atmosphere at home.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he may struggle to stay calm and could lose his temper quickly. He feels things deeply, and when stressed, small problems can make him react sharply with raised voices or frustration. After an outburst, he may feel regretful and might even pull away or go quiet, unsure of how to fix things.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support you both as a mother and as your own person. He values kindness and happiness, and he enjoys seeing those he loves succeed and feel fulfilled, whether at home or outside. He likes to see his partner happy and is not threatened by your independence or your achievements.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will quietly change his mind and ask you to quit your career after you have a child. He isn't driven by strict expectations about what a woman should do. Instead, he likes seeing you happy and fulfilled, both at work and at home. Be open about your hopes and plans. He listens and tries to give you the space you need.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with real warmth, not just polite manners on the surface. He is naturally caring and enjoys making others feel welcome, so your family will likely feel his genuine kindness. If issues come up, he may feel shy or withdraw, but he won't fake respect. He'd rather be real, even if a bit awkward. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he may find it hard to handle things calmly at first and can become upset or withdrawn. He feels tension strongly and might react by getting moody, frustrated, or needing space rather than calmly working through the problem. You may need to step in and guide the situation, helping him pause and talk things through when feelings run high.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He is not the kind of man who will suddenly expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife just to please his relatives. He likes seeing you happy and values your comfort, so he won't demand that you change your personality or pretend to be something you're not around his family. He is more likely to support you being yourself, even if it means standing out from old family traditions.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is most likely to quietly support you rather than side with his family or stay completely out of it. He doesn't enjoy a conflict and may not speak up loudly, but he wants to protect your feelings and make sure you don't feel alone. He won't turn against you or expect you to handle things alone, but don't expect bold confrontation unless pushed.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a classic mummy's boy, and he won't blindly take his mother's side in every conflict. He wants to keep peace in the family, so he might try to avoid taking sides or stepping right into fights at first. He may struggle with guilt or discomfort if caught between you and his mother, sometimes becoming withdrawn or confused about what to do.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He may, at times, share some details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister, especially if he feels overwhelmed or needs comfort. This doesn't mean he wants to betray your trust, but rather that he struggles to handle emotions on his own and might lean on family for advice or relief. With gentle reminders and clear communication about privacy, he can learn to protect your shared life better.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man is like living with someone who brings a lot of warmth, laughter, and genuine care, but who can also be a bit unpredictable, sensitive, and at times moody. On good days, he lifts your spirits with his enthusiasm and kindness, always ready to cheer you up and look after your feelings.